Right now, people who actually live or work on Fort Myers Beach who evacuated during the storm are now getting ready to return to the island for the first time for many of them.
Right. I know yesterday we said some people were able to make their way over. That was strictly just by bus. You know, a lot of these people, they haven't seen, what they're exactly going to yet. They don't know if their home is standing. They don't know if their business is still there. We've seen the devastation, the pictures, the video. I've extensively covered that area, and just to see it in person, I mean, my heart goes out to, everybody who's heading over there today. They don't know exactly what, they're getting into when they go there.
Yeah.
And right now we're going to go live to Fox 4's Calvin Lewis. He's right there at that bridge where we've seen a lot of traffic, people heading over to Fort Myers Beach, and that opened up just a few hours ago, Calvin.
Yeah, so this is the checkpoint for those residents, those property owners, business owners, to pass the Matanzas Bridge and onto Fort Myers Beach. You can see just a few cars here lining up as they make their way onto the island. This is actually the slowest that we've seen it all morning. Leading up to the 7 o'clock broadcast this morning, we had quite a line of cars, but gotta say, this is probably the slowest that we've seen it all morning long. And as you mentioned, Elise, this is really the first time that these property owners, business owners, residents, the first time since Hurricane Ian being allowed back onto Fort Myers Beach. And obviously they'll be wanting to assess that damage, wanting to file those insurance policy claims as well. Now, property owners should bring with them some form of ID when they cross over onto the beach here. And to minimize traffic congestion, it's asked that property owners between the Big Carlos Pass Bridge and Beach Theater on the south end of the island, they were instructed to get here at 7 o'clock this morning. Properties between the Beach Theater and Publix, they can enter starting right now, anytime after 8 o'clock. And between Publix and Town Hall, they can enter after 9 o'clock. Properties between Town Hall and Times Square, they can enter anytime after 10 o'clock. And just a reminder, there is still no power or water on the island. Many structures are destroyed and just about all are unsafe to enter. And also, Big Carlos Pass Bridge remains closed and there is still a curfew in place. Just gotta wait for this ambulance to drive by. There we go. Now you guys can probably hear me a little bit better. So anyone who comes to check on their properties crossing over the bridge onto Fort Myers Beach, just be aware there is a curfew in place. You'll want to be off the island by 7 o'clock tonight. For now, reporting live here on Fort Myers Beach, Calvin Lewis, Fox 4.
Thank you so much, Calvin. Love to see the American flag waving in the back there. We know people are smiling, waving, heading through there. I want to make a point. You see behind his live shot there, there's still those ambulances, those big trucks that are collecting debris. We know that a lot of, congestion's headed towards that area because they're still trying with those recovery and the rescue efforts there. So, Lauren, right now you're about to tell us about the traffic, because obviously there's going to be a lot of traffic going back and forth to that area. You saw all of those cars.
Yeah, everybody was talking a lot about how they're having to try to, get through how much of that traffic is trying to make it onto that one bridge, because I mean that's really the only point that they can get out there, and it's a checkpoint as well. They have to have these passes. They're all residents, so if you guys are trying to get out there, you guys have to get that proof of residency as well, so make sure you guys are ready for that. But Lauren, you can kind of take a look on your screen right now, just see the red that we're looking at this point in time, and it's quite congested with those people that are just trying to assess the damage at this point.
Yeah, my traffic maps are actually showing more slowdowns are starting to build up as the morning has gone on. I know people started lining up around 5 o'clock in the morning to get over the bridge. So some of those areas that are looking very delayed, first off going to be Summerlin Road and Pine Ridge Road. The Lee County Sheriff's Office just put out on social media that this area is going to be blocked off as well for law enforcement only. So not only if you are trying to get to the island, you have to use San Carlos Boulevard only, but if you live in this neighborhood and you had your own errands to run this morning, that's definitely going to slow you down. And that is why we are seeing the red, especially as you head westbound right along Summerlin and Pine Ridge. Another area looking very slow where McGregor Boulevard turns southbound into San Carlos Boulevard. This is the line of cars that are waiting to get onto the island. Now, I can't show you too many delays on the island itself because it's highlighted in purple. It's showing that it is shut down right now, but we know people will be driving along Estero Boulevard on the island for today. You still have debris in the way and also a lot of traffic as people are trying to navigate around it. Please take it nice and easy for today. We definitely don't need to add a crash to all of the congestion that we're seeing San Carlos Boulevard and on the island. And also the first responders, they don't have to deal with that crash as well. So that way they can better assist the community with those recovery efforts down there. So that's our plea for today. Take it nice and easy. It's going to take quite a while to get through that line, but From behind Calvin Schott, it looks like it is finally moving pretty quickly as we had a standstill around 6 o'clock this morning.